What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chile, back with another gameplay. This is going to be a quick gameplay of Biomutant. We're going to do a quick review while I play a little bit of this. It's mostly going to be me with these little battles. This game has gotten a lot of mixed reviews. From my perspective, it's actually not that bad. It hits on a lot of the things it set out to do. You know what I'm saying? Cute little animals who can do martial arts, fire guns, and do magic. That's pretty much what I got the game for. I wasn't expecting much by way of story. I wasn't expecting much by way of anything outside of the battle mechanics, really. That's mostly what I was looking forward to in this game, and for the most part, it delivers. Some people say it's a little too ambitious and doesn't deliver exactly what it says it's going to deliver. I kind of disagree with that. I feel that for a small development team, I think they delivered an experience that you get the gist of what they were trying to deliver, and for the most part, it's still a very fun and entertaining game. It's an RPG, open world type of game. A lot of the quests are going to be similar, but most of the time, let's be real, a lot of open world RPG type of games, you're going to have very similar quests, especially when you're talking about padding runtime. Like, this game people put in 50-60 hours without even touching the story, just doing the side stuff, and some of the side stuff is interesting. I enjoy the quest to find the old world gadgets, the washing machines, the payphones, the radios, the TVs. I like seeing that in this dilapidated post-apocalyptic world. I think that's fun to just kind of go and scope out these things, also explore the landscape, get into some battles. One critique is the camera. As you can see, the camera can be your enemy. It can get into some bad spots. It can mess you up. But other than that, but again, for me, it's kind of a minor critique. I'm accustomed to playing games where the camera's been my enemy. So, like, for me, it was all about the experience. You have the light and the dark side, and you have powers that you can gain based on if you get light points or dark points, such as I think levitation requires light, telekinesis requires dark. There's a couple of, I think, major powers toward the higher end. Once you like get very high light, very high dark, looking at it, ability called Key Spark for light, ability called Sky Spark for dark. And those are pretty powerful. Haven't gotten to that point yet, because you also need side points for that. Most of my side points went thus far into kind of getting most of my side freak abilities. And well, not exactly my side freak abilities, because those can be used with upgrade points, but some of the stuff like blaze, the dodge, and stuff like that. If I would have stacked my points all the way up and gotten those, I could have gotten higher level stuff. But if you're playing a side freak, stack your intellect, get that all the way up to get your magic damage as high as possible. And then for me, I stack my vitality so that I'm not as easy to kill. I'm not just walking around dying in 1 or 2 hits. But for the most part, this game does what you expect it to be, right? You're looking at martial arts, you're looking at gunplay, you're looking at magic, you're looking at various combos you can land. Some people only do 2 or 3 different types, but you can do more than that. There's multiple things you can do if you actually look into what your character can do and how you can combine attacks with other attacks. Like, if you want to combine range with melee, you can do that. If you want to do an air juggle, you can do that. So for the most part, I think if you're coming into this lighthearted, just looking for something fun to play, something to kill some time, something to explore, beautiful landscapes, then this game will pretty much satisfy that. If you're coming in for like the deepest story and all of this, and you want to get emotionally tied to every single character, it's not going to happen in this particular game. I don't foresee it happening, at least in my playthrough. The characters do have more personality than people give them credit for because of the narrator translating everything and them speaking gibberish. A lot of people try to act like, oh, well, the narrator's taking away the personality of a lot of characters. I'm like, leave the gibberish in. If you really don't like the narrator commenting, you can take the narrator out and just read the subtitles. But they do have their own personalities as far as how they behave and body language, and even how they speak their gibberish. You know what I'm saying? A prime example, I guess the best example of that is Out of Date, when he's in the back in the day form, when he's kind of got the Elvis thing going on and he's kind of singing his gibberish. But for the most part, like I said, this game isn't winning any awards for best storytelling, probably. You know, it's just like the biggest component is going to be these battles. I like raiding these camps. These are fun. You get a lot of loot out of these camps, but they are pretty much the same. Like, it's always two big dudes, a bunch of minions, and then at the end you save a guy and you get a bunch of loot. But you come here mostly to get the loot. And you come here, you know what I'm saying, have a battle. These aren't complicated battles. These aren't even difficult. You know what I'm saying? These little mini bosses you can kind of deal with. You know, right now I'm using the Ankari bow. Mostly because I don't use a lot of projectiles. I'm mostly trying to stick to my magic, and the Ankari bow is pretty much strong as I need it to be. It's not crazy OP, but it's strong enough.
Atomic.
But like I said, this is a game that if you're coming in just to have fun, go for
its perfect temperature and
the last thing I'm gonna touch on is the different biomes. You get different suits to go into these areas. You can take your biogenetics, stack them to the point of you maxing out your resistance, so you can come into these areas without a suit. I don't mind putting on the suit, but you do have to hunt these down. They're not hard to find. They're pretty much in bunkers. You have a big battle on your way to them, but once you get them, you're pretty much good to go. And then some areas like this, when I'm looking for fireflies, I gotta fight this mini boss character, I guess. Go ahead and take him out and do what I do. That's what we here to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Homeboy's doing what he does, I do what I do. But he ain't about to be able to handle it. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this boss out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is your heat biome, you got your cold zone, you got your biohazard, your radioactivity, and your hypoxia zones. You know, each one different types of enemies as well. Different things going on in every region, different things to find, different loot. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, this game is, for the sake of having fun, you'll definitely have a little fun. But at the end of the day, this is a game to kick back, chill to, explore the land, get your loot, have some epic battles, and call it a day. And on that note, like homeboy chilling in a porta potty, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Catch you on the next time. Chillade out.